Hi, good morning and happy Wednesday. This is Deanna with Empower Me to Win. How are you all doing? Today I'm going live. So I'm hoping that some will be able to tune in with me. And if you don't get to tune in with me on the live, watch it on the replay, leave your comments, questions, or just say hi. So happy Wednesday again. My name is Deanna, and today I'm going to explain and share learning centers for your children, for homeschool beginners, homeschooling basics, and especially for all those that are working from home. This can create some space and some time and be very helpful so that you can be able to get your tasks done while you're working from home. Okay, in one of my videos couple weeks back, possibly, I mentioned centers, and I think it was when, I'm sorry, it was actually when I was speaking on schedules and routines and how I had like a basic layout. It's actually just a recap on this particular chart where I was going through schedules. And I mentioned there's some time to circle out for learning centers. And of course, my suggestions, share what has been working with me as for me, as well as just some other tidbits. But you know your household, you know your children, so always do what works best for you. So today, learning centers for kids, okay? So what I meant by that is there is time where maybe you're going to have a certain structure and you've already developed that structure. And in that structure, you might, I don't know, choose to earlier in the morning be able to do actually specific lessons, maybe English and math, and then like your snack, and then you come back, and then there's maybe a free time for tutoring or additional help, or to just gear in other areas of education. Now, if you have a wide variety of children ages, right, then you know that those that are 5 and under, maybe 7 and under, are not going to take like 30 minutes to an hour to work on one specific instruction, right? It's for study of instruction. So these learning centers are really awesome. Okay, especially if you have other children that can help facilitate them while they're going ahead and finishing up their lessons as well. And they can actually have the learning centers as well too. So a couple of things I do, and different age groups, all right? So I set up learning centers and I have a few trinkets here like this. So for my 5 and under or 6 and under, I'll have art, I'll have an art center, I'll have a math center, I'll have a language center, and then of course, there's dress up or free play, excuse me. And there's all types of ways. So for the art center, I might have things like Play-Doh and, of course, markers, crayons, chalk, finger paint, glue that I can be able to be around, and they can do little activities and create little characters and stuff like that. Of course, like your jumbo coloring books, all this stuff is affordable. You probably have it lying around the house. If you don't, you can also cut out, because I'm really good at just making my own characters. I'll take a few popsicle sticks, some little feathers I bought a while ago from the Dollar Tree, little balls, little eyes, and we'll do like we did a Pete the Cat. So we made Pete the Cat with our sticks, and I cut out the cat head, I cut out the whiskers, so it takes a little time, but hey, there it goes, right? So that could be your art section here. For the little ones too, puzzles. My son loves to do the puzzles. So you can have a puzzle center, or that can go with art. That can even go with math. You can count the puzzles. That can actually go with reading our language as well too. They can say that's a duck, dinosaur, whatever it might be. So that's a way to keep them busy, keep puzzles. I have lots of puzzles. For like a language and learning, of course, I have flashcards. You can get, if you have blocks with the words on them, they can go through that, stack up the blocks. So, I mean, here we go. We can learn that way too. So we have sight words and flashcards as well. Reading Center is really fun for all ages. My son loves to go over, flip the pages, and have us to read. So, Reading Centers, you can get books from all ages, from obviously 0 to whatever age your children are, and have them go and sit there and read their favorite books. Set it up. You don't have to have a bookshelf, a fancy bookshelf, or etc. You can set these up in different areas in your living room or the family room, or yeah, just have them come out of the room so they don't get too distracted. But set them up anywhere. You can set them up on the floor, and then they have a whole bunch of books to pick from on the floor. Of course, I have also my letters for language arts as well. Math, you can use blocks. You can actually take the Play-Doh out of your canisters, and you can actually use these for both learning colors. So you can put the color tops on them, have them get little blocks, and put the color blocks in the specific or the correct colored container. Math, me and my daughter were doing, sorry, I'm on the floor here. We're doing fractions. So we have the fraction blocks with blocks that you have for your younger 5 and under. You can have them stack blocks, count the blocks. You can actually have them count their characters or their cars or whatnot like that. So those are just certain centers. I also have my chalkboard, and I have a larger chalkboard there. I can put my words on here. I can turn this into art. They can color and etc. On the whiteboard, they can do that as well. It's very, very simple. You want to make it as simple as possible. Counting, putting together, this can be, excuse me, both English or ELA, and also math with counting how many, and then just that cognitive motor skill of learning for your little ones, putting things together. Stacking blocks is a great motor skill. Learning, sitting down with them if you can, or with an older sibling and learning how to color. My 11-month-old loves to get the crayon supervised and color all over the picture or page. So it's just so many ways, and I have a paint table as well too. But just utilize what you have in your home to create centers. Reading. You have your language. It doesn't have to be you're telling. I mean, if you want to, you can tell your toddler or infant this, or it could just be funny and dog woof woof. D, repetition is everything for those 6 and under, and even for those older as well too. Motor skills, older, learning how to put puzzle pieces together, using your sight to making sure that you're putting the correct puzzle pieces together. Your sight words or flashcards. You could create your own flashcards. So if you don't have flashcards right now, if you have cue cards, if you have paper, and you have scissors and a pencil, or if you want to use a marker, measure them out, cut them, write some words on them, draw some funny characters, or have the children do it. Have them draw what a dog or a cat looks like to them and color it. And it's all interactive, and it will allow you time while they're in their center. So what I do, when I have a larger number of children, but they have a certain amount of time, because obviously they're going to get distracted. I might put some music on, but I might say, okay, they're going to have that little time, and then I'll blow a whistle or say, okay, 10 minutes is up, go to your next center, or they can have free play to choose the centers that they want to go to and just have a ball. And a lot of times, obviously, children 5 and under, 6 and under, that's what they're going to do. They're just going to choose the centers, but you have something out there for them to go to. You have something for them to be able to draw their attention to. Okay, so that was just a little bit about centers. I can go into it a little bit later. If you have any questions, comments, and concerns, my email is empowermetowin@gmail.com, and that's empowerme, the number 2, win@gmail.com. And then also on Facebook as well. I'm at Deanna D. McLean on Facebook, and I'm also doing the weekend read. It's circle time tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I believe that's 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm going to read a book. Last week's book was Pete the Cat and His 4 Groovy Buttons. So this week, surprise, surprise, what will that book be? All right, thank you so much for tuning in to Empower Me to Win with Deanna. I hope this was helpful. Homeschooling basics, learning centers you can set up in your home, and creating space so you can be able to do your work from home activities and tasks. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye-bye.